Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Testudo Times After the Buzzer, live from Xfinity Center. The Maryland men's basketball team tonight goes 65-58 over Rider. It wasn't easy. It was a little bit scary, actually. Maryland showing by 14 points well into the second half tonight against a surprisingly plucky Rider team that did a lot of things right. Diamond Stone comes off the bench, 10 points in the second half. Maryland gets a bunch of second half points on second chances. What did you see?
It was definitely a weird night. Maryland didn't get off to a good start for the second game in a row now. We didn't see much out of Melo Trimble in the first half again.
Yeah.
Jake Layman also, not much from him scoring-wise. He rebounded pretty well. He had 11 rebounds on the game, 6 offensively, which was pretty cool. But again, it was another slow start and what could have been a really scary night in front of a sellout crowd tonight.
Yeah, I think Maryland probably showed something to itself by being able to climb back from what was a pretty serious deficit.
14 points, I believe.
14 points, in the second half. Don't be fooled by the fact that Rider is in the MAAC. This is a pretty good team that has a couple of pretty good guards. Players who managed to kind of check Maryland on the perimeter a little bit and get into the lane. And despite the fact that Rider was pretty undersized, and I think that's what ultimately did the Bronx in against Diamond Stone in the second half, they scored. And they kept Maryland kind of off balance for a while. But then Diamond Stone comes in, and that's that.
Diamond Stone was everything. He was really the catalyst in what was a comeback against Rider.
Yeah.
But overall, definitely a strange night. We saw Michael Jakovsky start tonight over Diamond Stone. Coach Turgeon talked afterwards, saying that maybe that sort of helped Diamond come off the bench in the second half and then pour in the points.
Yeah, I think Diamond Stone mentioned something about that a little bit after the game. It kind of can't help maybe to see some things from the bench and just kind of get an idea of where your bearings are, especially against an opponent that you've never seen before, and in Diamond Stone's case probably will never see again. I think at root though, Rider didn't have anybody bigger than about 6'7" or 6'9" in some spots to go up against him. Nobody with his frame. I mean, nobody built like Diamond Stone. And he scored 6 baskets, all from the field on 7 shots. And every single one of them was within maybe 3 feet of the basket. I mean, this guy, he did what he does. He wasn't checking up for spot-up jumpers or anything like that. I mean, this was Diamond Stone knowing that he is a 5-star all-world prospect and knowing that the guys he's up against are not.
Maryland's guards were also pretty scrappy tonight. Melo Trimble had 5 assists, I believe, which is something that he gets criticized for. I thought he did a great job finding the bigs in the paint. He hit Diamond and DeMonte for some nice plays there, and Rasheed Suleiman was again. He chipped in all over the place. He actually hit the shot that put them over for the first time.
He did.
With 5 minutes left in the second half, he hit a floater, and that worked.
Yeah, I think Melo Trimble had a nice floater too in the first half from Rasheed Suleiman. And one of the interesting things about Maryland's guards and what they can do, both Suleiman and Trimble are so good at getting into the lane. In Trimble's case, that tends to lead, especially him getting to the foul line. He spent a pretty good amount of time there again tonight, 6 free throws, which for him is actually not even that much, but was still the second most in the game. So he's involved, and when you get into the lane and you have that kind of skill, it's tough to completely keep a lid on it. As such, neither of them were perfect, Trimble and Suleiman. Both still wind up with 11 points each in a game that was decided by 7 points, but really was a whole lot closer than that.
Maryland's backcourt has to be up there in contention for the best in the country.
I think it does, and we'll see how well they hold up. They played 35 and 37 minutes tonight.
Which should have been a rest game.
It should have been a rest game, and I'm sure Mark Turgeon would have liked that with them getting on a plane to go to Mexico, I guess on Sunday or Monday. But at the end of the day, they don't ask how, they ask how many. Maryland is 3-0, and I suppose given everything that Rider did tonight, that's all you can ask for.
Yep, Maryland comes away still undefeated.
Still undefeated.
Moves on to another country.
Another set of opponents. Probably after, is it Illinois State? It'll probably be TCU or Rhode Island. It will definitely be TCU or Rhode Island.
Yep.
Rhode Island being a little bit undermanned with its best player being injured. So it'll be an interesting trip for Maryland over what's going to be a Thanksgiving break, really, here in College Park.
Team bonding, as you like to put it.
Team bonding, exactly. So we'll see you back at Xfinity Center in a couple of weeks. Until then, keep reading along. Thanks so much for checking out After the Buzzer, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks.